Hello and welcome to Inside the Emblem. Today's video is going to be a deep dive into the mechanics of the magic system of Fire Emblem Three Houses. Because the game has been out for so long, I've decided to shift my focus from making guides to analyzing the design philosophy behind Fire Emblem mechanics, although I'll still give a few tips at the end. Hopefully this approach will help us to better understand the game design that makes Fire Emblem so great. Now let's jump right into it. Three Houses' mechanics are heavily inspired by Fire Emblem Echoes Shadows of Valentia, and its magic system is no different. As in Echoes, tomes are absent and each unit instead has a unique list of spells it can learn. Unlike in Echoes, however, units learn new spells by reaching certain skill level ranks, and spells have limited uses per map. Another change Three Houses makes is in the categorization of magic. Spells are divided between two skills, Reason and Faith. However, there are actually three types of magic. All Faith spells are white magic, but Reason spells are made up of black and dark magic. You can tell the difference between dark and black magic by their different icons, or by the Greek letters and strange symbols that dark magic spells have at the end of their names. While black and dark magic are entirely offensive, white magic spells are mostly support spells like Heal, Mend, and Rescue, which fill the role of staves in most other Fire Emblem games, although there are a couple of offensive white magic spells as well. Offensive spells pretty much work the way they always have. They deal damage equal to the user's magic, plus the might of the spell, and any bonuses minus the enemy's resilience, which is just their resistance plus any buffs. Staves, on the other hand, are now equipable items that buff the power and range of magic. Crests also boost magic effectiveness and save magic uses if they proc, but are generally unreliable because of their low activation rate. Finally, Magic Battalion/Gambits have given mages new tools to play with and significant boosts to their damage output. When it comes to magic units themselves, Three Houses actually takes the most inspiration from Radiant Dawn. In both games, mages are incredibly fragile, slow, and have low movement. Because spells in both games have a weight stat that is counteracted by the physical strength stat, even the mages with decent speed have problems doubling, especially on higher difficulty modes. This is a stark contrast to games like FE4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 13, 14, and 15, which all had mages fast enough to double consistently, even if they needed a little investment to get there. Mages in both games also have the same movement as armored units, which means they can easily fall behind infantry and mounted units. Clearly, these changes are meant to balance magic users with their physical counterparts because of the advantages inherent to using magic: access to permanent 1-2 range and the ability to deal damage based on resistance, which is usually a lot lower than an enemy's defense stat. In addition, match users also have access to support spells, giving them utility that many physical units lack. While I miss speedy mages like FE9's Sorens or durable ones like FE7's Pent, I think Three Houses does a great job of balancing magic's range, high damage output, and utility with the cost of low speed and movement. Mages now have to rely on one-hit KOing to defeat enemies at full HP, which encourages the player to carefully invest in their mages to reach the one-hit KO benchmark. Because one-hit KOing requires investment and usually doesn't start happening until the mid to late game, the player is rewarded for their efforts training mages in the early and mid game with the satisfaction of watching them grow into one-hit KOing nuclear warheads. It feels incredible to watch a frail unit you carefully trained turn into a juggernaut, and this phenomena likely explains why Lysithea is one of the game's most popular characters. So now that you understand how the magic system works, here are 3 tips to take advantage of it. First, I highly recommend recruiting Lorenz for his Paralog, which rewards the player with Thyrsus, a powerful stat that increases magic range by 2. While Thyrsus is the relic of Gloucester, the crest of Lysithea and Lorenz, it will give any mage who equips it the range boost, and thus should be traded around between all your mages to make the most use of it. Second, remember to train your offense-oriented mages in Faith and Authority in addition to Reason, because many learn powerful white magic spells like Warp and Fortify, and at higher authority ranks they will be able to equip battalions that will passively buff their magic stat. Third, because the hit rate for magic ignores terrain bonuses, just like it did in Echoes, you should consider using your mages to take out dodgy enemies hiding in evasive terrain. Now let's talk about the game's magic classes. The mastery abilities of the monk and mage classes, Magic +2 and Fiendish Blow, both help to increase damage output, but they are pretty much the only useful mastery abilities among magic classes. However, some advanced and master classes still have excellent standard class abilities. The Bishop and Grummery classes doubles the number of uses for white magic, allowing mages to use powerful support spells like Warp and Fortify more often. On the other hand, the Warlock has Black Tome Fair and Black Magic uses ×2, which does not apply to Dark Magic, so it would be a terrible class for Dark Magic users like Lysithea and Hubert. Of the Master classes, I think Holy Knight is the worst. Terrain Resistance is a highly situational ability, and White Tome Fair is also mediocre because white magic spells are mostly support based. Dark Knight gives 5 extra damage to Reason Magic and has 2 extra points of movement compared to the female exclusive Grummery class, but the Grummery class's double usage for white, black, and dark magic can be an incredible boon, especially for mages with stronger Reason and face spell lists like Lysithea. But just as I said in my full class guide video, which you can check out by clicking the card in the top right corner, remember that this is just advice for maximizing unit utility, and feel free to have fun and make whatever mage build you like. And that was my analysis of the magic system of Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Thank you for making it to the end of this video, and please consider giving it a like if you enjoyed it or leaving a comment. Once again, I'm incredibly sorry about the multi-month long wait between this video and my last one. I still have big hopes for this channel and plan to release another video within a week. For my next video, I'll be celebrating the channel's 100 subscriber landmark by analyzing Fire Emblem's most iconic mechanic, the weapon triangle. Thank you to everyone who helped us reach 100 subs, and if you haven't already considered it, consider Dark Spike's T-bombing that subscribe button to help us reach the next milestone. Until then, bye!